Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Taurus for November of 2013, and it applies if you have a Taurus ascendant. So my dear Taurians, a huge focus this month on your relationships. On the 3rd of November we have a solar eclipse in Scorpio in your 7th house, and look at everything in your 7th house that's going on already. We've got Mercury there, we've got Saturn there, we've got the Sun there, and now this Moon joining it with this solar eclipse. So there's already a lot going on in your relationships, Taurus, I know that, and this solar eclipse is going to shine a light even more on how you are in your relationships. This is not only a romantic relationship or your spouse or your lover, but also business relationships. Very often there are things that need to be re-evaluated, especially with Mercury there. You might have to renegotiate a contract, something that you've agreed on may need to be changed. There's some relationships with Saturn there have come to an end or are coming to a natural end. Taurus, you don't like letting go. I know you're a fixed sign, but sometimes with the Sun there, and especially this solar eclipse, it's a time to reevaluate your relationships, to reevaluate whether you are getting your needs met, really, or whether you're just compromising much too much. But are your relationships empowering you? What needs to change? And also, what needs to change inside you? Because I always take these eclipses in pairs. There's always two houses that are affected. I always find that with Taurus, Taurians are very often draw Scorpios into their lives, the opposite sign, because your opposite resonates with you in so many ways. Yes, so for you, your first house is going to be resonated, and the first house, Taurus, is about you. It's about you putting some focus on you, on what you want in your relationships, because boy, there's going to be a lot going on with people wanting from you in your relationships. It could bring a new love affair, a new romantic relationship, could bring a new business partnership into your life. I would say that because we have Mercury retrograde still until the 10th of the month, during this time it's a good time to reflect on your relationships, to maybe think about what it is you want to do with a particular relationship, or what you want. Maybe you want a love relationship. You might think, I might try online dating. Or if that's not been working for you, you might try some other way of meeting somebody if you're single and you want to meet somebody. But I would say be careful about contract signing during the Mercury retrograde, because very often things have to be redone after Mercury goes direct. But it's certainly a good time once Mercury goes direct to be doing business deals. You might draw some new business people into your life, some new clients into your life, and it's a very good time with Saturn there for putting some new structures into your relationships that really do work, and also setting boundaries. Taurus, very important to set some clear boundaries, and do it early on in your relationship so that people know where they are. Then you don't have to have trouble later on, because Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, and to be honest, you also don't like conflict. So you're getting an opportunity here with this solar eclipse to spring clean your relationship house. Don't be frightened to make some big changes, because very often, I've always found this, if one door closes, another door opens with something better behind it. Now, for the first 5 days of the month, we've got Venus in your 8th house. So this could be very good for a grant, some sponsorship, something that helps you sort out your taxes or your insurance, or some help from a bank or somebody else helping you financially. Just something helpful there. And then on the 5th of the month, this Venus, Venus nearly lost her head there, Venus moving into your 9th house, joining Pluto here. And what's unusual about this Venus is that, because Venus doesn't normally stay in a sign for more than maybe 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to be there for 4 months. until the 5th of March of 2014. Now, the reason for this is because Mercury is going to go retrograde, and more about that next month because it doesn't happen till December. But this Venus here could bring you a lifelong partner, lover, friendship. You could go on a really important trip. I would say to think about the plans during the Mercury retrograde and to actually do them and pay for them once Mercury has gone direct. I would say you could go on a trip and meet the love of your life, meet somebody really special. It's a wonderful time for some learning, for going on a course, learning something you love, that you enjoy. Wonderful time for deepening your spiritual understanding of why you're here and what you want. And it's also a great time for deepening your intuitive processes. Those abilities that you have, Taurus, many of you, for seeing the future, for feeling something that's happening and really trusting it, because this Venus is going to enable you to get in touch with it even more and to trust that intuition inside of you. So this is a wonderful time for any kind of international business. Meeting somebody who could affect you, who might even persuade you to move to their country. You may travel and say, hey, you know what, I want to relocate here. So that could be a dream come true as well with this Venus energy. All month we have Mars in your 5th house. This is the house of romance, of children. For those of you looking to get pregnant, this could well be the time that it happens for you. If you don't want to get pregnant, I suggest you take serious precautions with Mars in this house. It's a wonderful time for opening your own business, for pushing forward with a new enterprise. Very good for those of you in the entertainment field, in the musical field, in the artistic field. A wonderful time for developing that creative instinct. You might be doing something with children, and if you're not doing that, it's a good time to play games, to enter a competition, to do something where you can really shine. You may find yourself getting into a relationship quickly, by surprise, more quickly than you had thought you would. So Taurus, be prepared for that. On the 10th of November, as I said, Mercury goes direct. So before that, there may be some misunderstandings, miscommunications in relationships. So my suggestion is that you really try to listen very hard when somebody speaks to you. And I often I repeat back to them what I think I've heard, so that we don't have to have unnecessary miscommunications that can very often cause a lot of upset. So on the 17th of November, we've got a full moon in your sign, in Taurus. So it's hitting your 1st house. This will make you extra sensitive, extra intuitive. You're going to know some things that are going on. Try not to take too many things personally. It can often happen with the moon in your house. But it's also a great time for anything connected with your finances, your money, and for doing something nice for yourself. So particularly around the 17th of November, that's shining a light on you and yourself and what you need and what you want. On the 22nd of November, the Sun moves out of your 7th house of relationships and into your 8th house. And this is a wonderful time for sorting out your finances, Taurus. Taurus rules money and finance. Good time to sort out any joint partnerships, joint relationships. You might get into a joint business relationship. You might take on some new consulting work. It's a very good time for sorting out anything connected with any financial institutions and the bank, the IRS. Very good time for sorting that out. I might also add that with Venus, by the way, in this 9th house, this could be a good time for any court, anything connected with the court or a legal case. This could very well go in your favour. And with this Sun in the 8th, good time for going deeper with somebody into a relationship, for getting more intimate, for getting closer, and for finding and feeling that deep soul connection. So there you have it, my dear Taurians. These are powerful times for you in your relationships and your finances particularly, and really think about that long range trip that you'd like to make. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be physically. Some of you will want to make it physically, but some of you could do it virtually. You could do it by creating a business that is more international, by connecting with some people internationally, where you may travel from time to time, and you may in fact also end up settling somewhere different. This is possible because of this Pluto energy in your 9th house. So I just throw that in as an extra. So I wish you a great month. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.